live from the Ali Gymnasium on the campus of Nevada Union High School. Touchdown Productions, celebrating our 18th season of local high school sports television, is proud to present NU Minor Basketball. Tonight we're on the road to the league title as your Nevada Union Miners take on the Rocklin Thunder. It's a must-win situation for the Miners at home, and all the basketball action is coming up right here, right now. It's your NorCal Game of the Week. The Miners are back in the house tonight here at the Ally as they take on the Rocklin Thunder in the first of 2 league games this year. Good evening, basketball fans, wherever you are across our worldwide audience. This is Steve Sitter sitting in for Paul Brown tonight. And joining me in the broadcast booth for her NorCal Game of the Week debut is Jen Maneri. Our producer and director in the Commander 2 is Gilbert M. Dominguez, and of course he is joined by the rest of the Touchdown Productions sports team of Sanyu Enos, Tony Rondini, and Paul Town, who are all here and ready to bring you tonight's SFL action. But first, as is our tradition here on the NorCal Game of the Week, we'll begin with bonus coverage of the NU Minor JV game. We're in the 4th quarter right now, and the score is Rocklin 60, Nevada Union 42, and this game has been pretty much all Rocklin. Rocklin has been throwing the ball away as of late, but it looks like they've closed up a bit. There's a nice in-pass for Ethan Panesci, and he has been a force under the basket all night.
Yeah. You know, Steve, the Miners have had a little problem here tonight, getting their offense really fired up and really taking it off, but you know, with almost a full quarter left, we're hoping to see some more action from both teams. And
there's a bit of a pity call against Panesci. He's going to get called for a block, even though it looked like Klaus very clearly walked into him. But this will be the 6th team foul against Rocklin, so the Miners will be shooting free throws for the rest of this game. Although down 20, that's a lot of trips to the line. First shot off the back iron. And Klaus has really been trying to up his game tonight, and he has certainly gotten a lot of offensive rebounds and a lot of 2nd, 3rd, and even 4th chance scoring opportunities. It's just a matter of getting the ball in the basket. And good job mixing it up there by Weiss Pressler. He gets a hand on it, and it falls off Rocklin, although the referees will confer here just to make sure it stays Minor basketball. And it evidently will stay with the Miners. Fraser up top for Dalbon. Back in the corner, another 3 on the way, and good by Weiss Pressler. He has been lighting it up from beyond the arc.
Pressler has had a lot of threes in the last 2 quarters alone.
62-45 now. Thunder have been breaking that full court press pretty consistently. And a nice little runner from Bryson Zorek off the glass for 2. Rocklin offense has been very, very good, very fast and accurate, not letting Nevada Union get too many steals. Another 3 on the way, and good.
Wow, Pressler. Miners trying to inch their way back to catch up with Rocklin, 64-48. 6 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter.
Nice work from the Minor defense recovering under the basket. Zorek drives with the runner, no good. Rebound taken by Jones. Jones up top for Fraser. No time for Thunder to set up.
And Fraser loses it.
Kicked his own dribble. Now the Thunder will set up. There's another in pass with the left hand up and gets the bounce. Ethan Panesci.
You know, Rocklin's really been using that backboard tonight, and they're making good use of it, and they're being effective.
They have been making good use of pretty much everything that the Miners have given them. If they back off on the press just a bit, then they come right through. They really are making good use of the available space and not really forcing too much. Maybe a couple of runners didn't need to be put up, especially with a 66-48 lead.
Right, right.
And the freshman Thunder were also victorious earlier tonight. So Rocklin, who we'll see is sitting right now at 1-4 in the SFL, might be the best 1-4 team in the state. This is just such a tough league.
It is. They have competition from all ends, all across the SFL. You're looking at competition from Del Oro and Folsom and Wood Creek, and seeing some here tonight at Nevada Union.
And it's not just in basketball. It is across all sports. And football this year was a very tough matchup. So
Pressler with the putback.
Good individual effort by Pressler. Although I think it's safe to say that Folsom pretty well ran away with it in the football category.
Yes. Three's up.
And good Jake Matta. We've seen him put some points on the board earlier in the game. And he's cycling up top, looking to get something going down below. But there's Pressler for three again, partially blocked with his own rebound, and he just waltzes right up there and puts it in for two.
Pressler's looking really hungry tonight, and he's putting up that competition that Nevada Union needs.
Nice bounce pass down low, guarded well by Jones, and that ball will skirt out of bounds. So Rocklin will inbound. And Jones, or Pressler rather, at 6'2", is the second tallest player on the JV Miners. And if you take a look at the varsity roster, with the exception of David Maneri, who is 6'4", the next tallest players are also 6'2", so Pressler certainly looking to have an excellent next couple of years on the varsity. We'll be seeing him for sure. And there's a long up pass to Pressler. Pressler takes the three, gets his own rebound again, and waltzes in. Nice steal almost by Del Bond, falls out of bounds, and it will result in a Thunder turnover.
We see some hustle here from NU. Really good effort going for that ball, making the save. Now we got NU ball.
That was Owen Day in the corner. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds. Ball was just rolling on him. He couldn't get underneath it in time. 4:09 left in the fourth. Rocklin up by 15. And we're not seeing any quit in the Miners. They are fighting for every possession. But this Rocklin offense has just been too high-powered, and Nevada Union's defense has yet to figure out a way to stop them consistently to get them back in the game. Pressler to inbound. Hands it off to Del Bond. Del Bond up top for Edwards. Back down low for Pressler, who draws the double team. Thunder are respecting his offensive prowess. Now for Edwards. Now Pressler just drives it, draws the foul, and good.
Wow.
Boy, what can you say for a player that dynamic?
You know, Pressler's really setting the tone for the effort level tonight here for the Miners. They've got a good leader to look up to right now. We got Pressler in there in the replay, you can see. And he draws a foul as he's there.
Yeah, he really is all over the court. Back to live action. Rocklin, there's the dish down low. Stripped somewhat awkwardly by Klaus, but it falls off his leg. So it stays Rocklin Thunder. Jack Fraser enters the game now for Vic Edwards. Both of those players very effective point guards. Do a good job running and setting up the offense. Nolan inbound down low. Nice design play for Brown, but Brown can't put it. The short jumper in. Nevada Union takes it up over to Pressler. Nice swing it to the right. Fraser drives baseline, throws it up top. That's Del Bond for a long two. No good, and the rebound falls to Brown.
I think Del Bond needed just one more second to think about that shot before he threw it up.
That was a very tightly choreographed play. Now Zorik looked like he wanted to draw a foul. Sick ball handling. Passes off to Nolan. Nolan switches to the left hand. Long pass for Beneshi. And the long two, no good. And the rebound comes out to Zorik, but it will fall out of bounds as a couple of Miners dive onto the Thunder bench trying to save it. (69-57), 2:41 left. Thunder to inbound, and they have a full shot clock. And right now, the time is the biggest enemy for Nevada Union. Rocklin can afford to just hang out up top. There's a nice steal. It comes to Klaus, and the referee will take a timeout as Owen Dalbon went down, and he looks to be all right now, maybe just a bit winded. Now we see Owen Day come back in for David Klaus. The hard pass for Pressler hits off his hand. That results in an easy turnover for Rocklin. Dennis with it, passes off to Nolan. Nolan drives the middle, and there's the nice pass to Paneshi, who is all alone. And Rocklin has been exploiting that all night. The quick drive draws the double team and leaves the second man open.
Yeah, Nolan really saw Paneshi there under the basket, and he put it away quickly.
Meanwhile, Jack Fraser does a great job splitting the defense and puts up a nice 2 points for his team, and another steal by Owen Day. The Miners are charging up the court again. There's Fraser, same thing, except he dishes off, and doing a good job of drawing the foul is Owen Day. The pace of this game is picked up tremendously from the third quarter.
Owen Day now at the line for the Miners. Free throws really can make a difference. Let's see if he can make these.
And you down 12 after being down as much as 22 in this game. And now down 11, boils down to at least 4 possessions still. And with 1:41 left, that may still be in the realm of possibilities. The rebound comes to Fraser. Fraser draws a foul, and he'll go to the line. And with 2 free throws here, that would put the Miners within 9, which knocks it back down to 3 possessions, which is much more doable with 1:37 left in the game. And in and out with the first shot, and that was huge. However, Rocklin sitting on 9 fouls. A rebound by Day and a quick jump ball, and that will result in Thunder inbounding.
Nice hustle there by number 14, Vic Edwards.
And Coach Sandoval for Rocklin decides he wants to call a timeout. He's sick of watching his players waste these opportunities to put the game away.
Miners down by 11. Looks like Coach Sandoval has to make sure his team keeps this lead. If I'm Sandoval, I'm telling them to make sure that their hustle stays at top notch and they keep expecting competition for the next minute, 33 seconds that are left in this quarter.
Yeah, Nevada Union has shown that they're not going away quietly. They're generating chances, not necessarily making the most, but what I was saying with the 9 fouls, now if Rocklin makes any other foul, that will result in 2 shots instead of a 1-and-1. Although Nevada Union hasn't exactly shown that free throws are their specialty.
Right.
That still does wonders for the momentum that they will be getting, some scoring chances.
Definitely. Huge momentum factor there.
And Nevada Union with just 4 team fouls, Rocklin isn't even in the bonus yet. Rocklin breaks the press. Jake Matta in the corner, dishes out to Zorik. Zorik drives, kicks out. And a foul on Edwards. That is the 5th team foul and the only foul that Nevada Union had to give. So So a free shot clock now for the Thunder. 1:19 left. And this is about the time when you want to start fouling. As Zorak puts it up. No good. Rebound finds its way over to Zach Cox, and Cox puts it in for an easy 2, 73-60. Just over a minute left.
Miners are feeling the pressure there.
Wessler with the long pass to Alberts. Alberts throws up a 3 that misses everything. It'll fall out of bounds and be Thunder ball. 57 seconds left in the game. There's a long up pass for Trace O'Brien. O'Brien pulls up. And now a great pick by Jack Fraser and a late whistle. I believe this will be on Fraser. Coach Casey very clearly not happy about that. Looked like a clean pick from the side. So that negates a turnover and an easy 2.
51 seconds left.
And I am a bit surprised that they didn't go with a 1-and-1 there on the 6th team foul. And Coach Casey yelling for his team to foul with 47.7 seconds. If his team is going to get back in this game, it'll require some missed free throws from the Thunder. Captain Mike Nolan is going to be shooting now. There's a shot of Coach Casey yelling instructions at his team, and the rebound taken by Pressler. Nevada Union's got to hurry now, down 13. Over to Fraser, and Fraser has it picked by Mike Nolan. Nolan pulls up, gets the pass off to Matta, but not before he is fouled. So this will result in another 1-and-1, 33.9 seconds left. And in reality, just one of these free throws should put this game away for Rocklin. Shot is no good, as apparently only a few players remembered that was a 1-and-1. Drawing and dishing out for 3, that's Fraser. No good. Rebound taken by Zorak. And with no shot clock, Coach Casey instructs his team to not foul. They are still going for the turnovers, but just not as hard.
I think we can really commend Coach Casey for really coaching to the end of the game and being really into it, giving it his all, and asking the same from his players.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the shot clock off, that is the appropriate decision. And that is the final buzzer. The Rocklin JV Thunder come into the Ally with a mission, and they topple the JV Miners by a final score of 73-60. And that scoreboard really not indicative of the level of play that the JV Miners had out on the court. They were there for the whole 4 quarters, and their offense just stalled, and Rocklin's was firing on full cylinders this whole time. Yeah,
Rocklin's offense really excelled, especially in the last 2 quarters that we've seen. Like you said, Steve, they were taking advantage of everything that they could and really making everything worth it. And it showed, and it paid off, and they come out with a win.
And in that 4th quarter, Nevada Union did outscore Rocklin 18-13. And that is definitely something to be proud of, even though you could tell Rocklin put in some of their freshmen. They're not their bench players to get some experience. But Nevada Union really hung in there just in terms of energy level.
They did.
And that really says something, especially when you're down as much as 22 in a game. You have a tendency to hang your head, take it easy a bit, not try to come back and play 100%.
Right. I think that that expectation of hustle that Mark Casey sets for his team is definitely present, and you can see that as on the court, as people like Frazier and Pressler really lead their team in hustle and dedication to every second, making every second making it count.
And Frazier and Edwards, the 2 point guards, are freshmen, and they have amazing ball handling abilities. It'll be tough to get up to varsity next year just because of the sheer amount of juniors on the varsity roster this year. But then you look at the sophomore talent in Klaus and Jones and Pressler. Those 3 players are definitely going to be players to watch in the coming years. They'll be the cornerstones of this Nevada Union Miners team, which has been somewhat struggling on offense lately, and it's not for lack of trying.
Right, it's maybe just getting all the pieces to connect one final time to everything for it to gel, but all the parts are there, and the effort is definitely there.
So here we are at the Ali Gymnasium. Steve Sitter along with Jen Maneri making her Game of the Week debut. And this is definitely going to be an interesting game tonight. Two teams in what are essentially a must-win situation. It'll be interesting, the different styles of offense and defensive pressure here tonight.
It is, yeah. We're expecting some good competition out here tonight, and we're excited to see what the Miners and the Thunder have in store for us. Steve and I are excited.
So Jen, obviously your brothers are both on the varsity team, but you're actually an excellent basketball player in your own right. Tell us about that.
I didn't play basketball. I played volleyball at Forest Lake Christian School in Auburn, and I played for 4 years varsity player, and I got some scholarship to play in college, but I decided to go to the University of Kentucky and see the best basketball team in the nation play. So I was at Kentucky for 4 years, and now I'm back here in town. So I'm excited to be here, and I've been watching basketball my whole life, so I feel comfortable.
Well, with your two brothers who have been just really big forces on the varsity team this year, one of which as a sophomore, which is especially impressive, it must be interesting to see it from this side, to kind of analyze their style of play and against some very, very talented teams in this SFL.
Definitely. You know, coming home and hearing what they have to say about the game is one thing, but kind of being behind the mic and watching it and commentating myself is a totally different thing. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get a new look on things and give my perspective and say what I can.
And this is really the league to get your start, and loads of talent all over the area. And like I said earlier, the worst team has an 8-win record.
There you see those checkered pants. That would be my dad, Big Wave Dave Maneri. He has won for the Loudmouth clothing, pants and blazers, but tonight he's just got the pants on, but he's looking pretty good as always.
Yeah, you have to imagine that does draw a lot of attention to the program.
It does indeed.
And there is the varsity squad out taking their warm-ups, getting ready for this must-win situation. And with the boys on the court, it's time for our first break of the evening. When we come back, Gil Dominguez will have some pregame conversation with Coach Jeff Dellis, and we'll get you caught up on the league standings on your Touchdown Productions Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Accidents happen, and Trips Auto Body and Paint Shop understands your frustration when they do. They work on all makes and models and have been serving Nevada County for 3 generations. Trips is a proud member of the AAA Repair Network, and their technicians are I-CAR Gold Class professionals. Trips works with all insurance companies and is a direct repair facility for AAA. Voted Nevada County's best, it's Trips Auto Body. It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Anything Green Hydroponics is your source for hydro systems, grow lights, and soils. Anything Green offers a complete range of organic nutrients as well as fungicides, miticides, and predatory bugs. Anything Green Hydroponics has just received this year's soil. Get your totes, pallets, or individual bags. Stay tuned for future workshops. It's all at Anything Green Hydroponics.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our 4th location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
We're back here at the Ally. Rocklin Thunder in the house tonight, taking on the Nevada Union Miners. Both teams sitting on one league win, and both teams really hoping to put that up to 2. Steve Sitter with Jen Maneri here.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. It's such a crucial game, and I think both teams out here in Warmus are looking pretty hungry for the big W. So Rocklin's team looking pretty deep. They got quite a lot of players, and I think hopefully our effectiveness can maybe come out for us tonight, but Rocklin's looking pretty good right now in warm-ups.
Yeah, the Nevada Union team has been somewhat stalled on offense recently. They've been looking for consistent point scorers outside of David Maneri and John Chency, who have been pretty much the entire offense this season, and really trying to open the options up to get scoring from all over. I think that's the key right now to getting everything gelled, because their defense has been playing very tough, especially recently. But right now we'll throw it down courtside. Gil Dominguez with Coach Jeff Dellis.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Steve. Down here with Coach Dellis. And Coach, you got Rocklin in the house tonight. Both you guys are looking for your second win of the season.
Yeah, it's the SFL's a war. You've got Folsom and Wood Creek at the top, both undefeated, and nobody else is higher than 500 right now. So everybody's within a game of one another, and it's just a war for those last 2 playoff spots.
And it is going to be a tough game tonight, and of course the Rocklin-Nevada Union rivalry goes back several years in every sport. Always tough when Rocklin comes to visit.
Yeah, absolutely. About 5 years ago when John Wivholm and those guys were sophomores, and Rocklin was number 2 in Northern California. We popped them here. We've had a lot of success against them over the years, and they've got a very talented, good program. It's a nice measuring stick for us.
Now, it looks like they came into the house and took care of business against the freshmen and the JV teams, so that kind of indicates a pretty strong program.
Yeah, Casey Cutts, their varsity coach, does a good job. He's a Rocklin grad. He runs a first-rate program, absolutely.
Now, what are you going to do to counteract them? What have you seen about the Thunder so far? Have you scouted them or anything?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're all about tempo, and it's about tempo for us. We want the game in the 40s or 50s. They want the game in the 60s or 70s. So it'll be a battle of wills, and if we can control tempo, I like our chances.
Well, for you guys, you're really starting to gel, I think. The last couple of games have really shown the team coming together. What's some of the high points that you've seen so far?
Well, just that. The fact that they believe in what we're doing. Our kids are buying in, and the more they buy in and the harder they work, good things happen. We're still a really super young team. We have 2 seniors, and so the future looks bright for us. And the kids, they learn something every game, as individually and as a team.
Now, break away from basketball, you got a big fundraiser coming up. We want to make sure that we talk about that. And personally, I like the idea of the barbecue over the crab feed.
Yeah, is that where your vote is? Yeah, it was a tough vote. There are a lot of people that came to the crab feed year after year. It's hard to give it up, but we really felt like the tri-tip dinner was something different. We're excited. It's at the Elks Club this Saturday. 6 p.m. the doors open, dinner served at 7. Lots of tickets still available. If anybody wants tickets, they can contact me here at the high school, and I'll put them in touch with Heather Quiggle, who's running the show for us this year. Man, what a blessing she's been. New to the Nevada Union and taking us by storm.
You know, it's so nice when you get those new parents in, maybe new to the community, and they have so much energy, and they just really want to be part of what's going on here in Nevada County.
You know, Heather's been in charge of the Union Hill Booster Club for a long time now, sports club, and you know, she brings a great energy and a lot of know-how, professional and booster experience. And there's a lot of people like that. The Patty Carters of the world and the Maneris, and you know, without those people, we wouldn't be able to operate.
And we took a shot of Big Dave over there with the checkered pants tonight.
Yeah, whoa. Better him than me.
I was going to say, maybe that's a new look for the sidelines.
I don't see that happening, but who knows?
Now, this isn't the only way that you can support the Miners, though. Anyone can donate some money or time or anything to the minors anytime they want.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got ongoing fundraisers. You know, as you know, revenue streams to schools have been interrupted, and so it's more and more the responsibility of individual sports and the athletic program to raise funds, and it's a very worthwhile endeavor. You know, there's lots of research that shows that sports programs keep a lot of people out of trouble, and we're really excited about what we're doing with athletics and what we're doing with basketball, and we think it's a great way to contribute back to the community.
Well, it is a great way, and sports does keep kids out of trouble, and of course there's nothing more special than an evening here at Nevada Union.
Love it. Love Ali Gym on a basketball night.
All right, listen, thanks a lot, Coach, for spending some time with us. Good luck tonight against the Thunder.
Thanks, Gil.
All right, Jeff Dallas there as we get ready for the tip-off. Time for our second break of the evening. When we come back, we'll take a look at some stats, have more from Steve and Jen. Right now, though, you're watching the NorCal Game of the Week right here on your Touchdown Productions Sports Network. We will be right back. Don't you go anywhere.
Hello, I'm Dr. Victoria Tutak, and welcome to Advanced Chiropractic Centers. Are you tired of living with debilitating pain, physically impacting the quality of your life? Here at Advanced Chiropractic Centers, we offer a variety of options. We are a result-driven office devoted to your health care. My name is Dr. T, and I look forward to meeting your health care needs.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years, and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the Foothills leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks a lot for tuning in tonight. And be sure to stay with us after the game as we present the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions staff will select the best player of tonight's game and award them with a plaque created by Stuckey's. It's the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award coming up right after this exciting sports telecast right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. Guys, back up to you.
And
Now
we're
our
now in the national anthem. And welcome back to the Ally. We are just about set for the player introductions here as the Rocklin Thunder take on the Nevada Union Miners.
Contest. Please remember that your ticket to tonight's event is a privilege to witness a high school activity in a...
Like we were mentioning earlier, Steve, we got a big matchup here tonight, kind of a lot on the line. Both teams really hungry for a win here in Ali Gymnasium.
And as you mentioned before, this Rocklin roster is very, very large. Counting it out, Rocklin has 20 players and Nevada Union has 11.
Right.
Almost twice as big as the Miners roster. So the pace of play will definitely be a factor, as Rocklin can afford to go to their bench much more often than Nevada Union can.
Right. Might be a little bit of an intimidation factor for the Miners. We'll see if that holds true.
It is somewhat amusing taking a look at the bench players that are out on the court, and Rocklin, with just so many more players. Nevada Union has 5 players standing out on the court. They have as many bench players as they do starters.
Right. You know, Rocklin looks like they have almost 2 teams up there on the floor right now.
First for the visiting Thunder for Rocklin.
And now we will have the starters for Rocklin.
So here are the Rocklin Thunder.
And they will not be announced for some superstitious reason, I'm sure. But the starters will be number 1, Jake Toto, number 5, Vinny Safin, number 11, Keyshawn Williams, number 21, Wes Priest, and number 32, Mark Willie. So we go straight to Nevada Union. And of course, point guard and captain, number 3, Mario Edwards, will be heading up the offense.
He's one of those many juniors on our minor team this year.
Number 12, Chance Brown, getting a start. He is 6'6", and very obviously the tallest player the Miners have. Number 22, John Chency, is averaging 11.2 points per game. Toby Carter, number 24, leads the team in field goal percentage, along with that man, number 34, David Maneri, 16.5 points per game, 8.8 rebounds per game, and 43% field goals.
Yeah, you know, the Miners have a few key players out there on the floor, and I'm sure Rocklin does too. And let's get down to business and see how this matchup is going to turn out.
Rocklin is starting 4 seniors, and Nevada Union with only 2 seniors on their roster, neither of which are starting. So this is a matchup of 2 very different teams on paper, both fighting for their 2nd league win. And one of them will come away with it. Just taking a look at Wes Priest, who is the only junior for Rocklin playing, taking the jump against Chance Brown. Brown wins the tip, but Vinny Safin comes up with the loose ball, so Rocklin will have the first possession of the game. Jake Toto swings it across for Safin for 3. Up and no good. And a big blocking foul by Wes Priest. It sends David Maneri flying.
It was Mario Edwards. Mario came down hard on that block. Hit the ground running.
So Nevada Union inbounds. Rocklin implementing a full court press like the JV team. Beaten pretty easily by Toby Carter. Over to Edwards. Edwards to Chency. There's the skip pass to no one in particular, and that will be the first Nevada Union turnover of the game. Rocklin quickly inbounds, not wasting any time. Keyshawn Williams fakes the 3, dishes down low to Priest. Priest for Safin. Safin with the turnaround, up and good.
He saw that backward, nailed it.
Quick ball movement from the Rocklin Thunder. Chency gives to Edwards, and they just get across half court in time. Over to Toby Carter. Carter puts it up and draws the blocking foul. That foul is on Priest, and Nevada Union will go to the free throw line.
We got number 34, David Maneri, at the line. You know, part of the main things of getting your offense started is communication, and maybe NU's just getting the jitters up. But that pass by Chancey earlier to nobody, maybe we'll see that get picked up a little bit. But those are things you can't afford as you're trying to build your offense here in the first few minutes of a game.
Especially when you consider how important pacing really is, as Maneri misses his first free throw, but hits his second. Nevada Union as a team is shooting 67% free throws, which is certainly something to build upon. Let's get past Williams. Williams takes the jumper and drains it.
Thunder coming out strong. 4-1 Rocklin.
Carter to Chensi to Maneri. Maneri drives and he jumps into contact, so he will get back to the line. I think this is really what the Nevada Union offense has been lacking this season, is that ability to drive the lane and draw fouls. We are used to seeing a lot of perimeter passing and some shots with the shot clock down fairly low.
Yeah, I think that is part of their offense. That is the key part that is missing, and maybe we can see that get kind of fired up tonight. But part of that offense is also making these free throws, so trying to get maybe a higher percentage than that 60% average that you mentioned that NU's got.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jen. The second free throw is good, so Maneri is 3 for 4. Rocklin quickly bringing it up to half court. Down low for Gustafson. Kicks it out for 3. Vinny Safin. Safin 1 of 2. And Rocklin up 7-3. Maneri gets it up for Chensi. That pass almost knocked away by Williams. Chensi hangs on. Back up for Carter. Over to Edwards. Edwards creating some space for himself. That pass down low knocked away by Willie. Another Nevada Union turnover. Quickly up court, but stripped by Carter. And now Nevada Union up court for Maneri. Puts it up and in.
Wow, that was a pretty quick 20 seconds there, as we got a lot of turnovers, and you ended up with the basket.
Meanwhile, Nevada Union gets the first rebound of the game. 5:25 left. Chensi up for 3. No good, but rebound taken by Rocklin. And Rocklin slows the pace just a bit. Edwards goes for the steal. Williams takes the long jumper. Rebound comes back out to Williams. Williams with the jumper again, no good. And he gets his own rebound for a second time. Pass down low, kicked out, or rather batted out.
That was a 3 there by Rocklin.
And Mark Willie gets on the score sheet. And Coach Cutts for Rocklin takes the first timeout of the game with the Thunder up 10-5 with 4:50 left. So this is a very interesting basketball game.
Yeah, you know, Rocklin's out there right now, and they're looking pretty bold. They're looking pretty confident, taking their shots, and they're really getting under the basket and taking over kind of that rebound statistic defensively and offensively.
Yeah, right now Rocklin with 3 rebounds. 2 of those are offensive to Nevada Union's 1. As you see on the touchdown production scoreboard, Rocklin outscoring Nevada Union 10-5. Although it does look like the scoreboard. Oh, no, it's on again. Someone kicked a plug or something. So Mario Edwards to inbound. Gives to Maneri. Back to Edwards. And he will cross half court. Nice dribbling. Dishes down low.
Wow.
For Chance Brown. And he lays it in.
You know, with his size, he's got some serious manpower down there under the basket.
And he's going up against Evan Gustafson, who throws it right to me. I didn't think I was wearing blue today. I guess that was my fault.
0-0 over here at the table.
So that is another Rocklin turnover. I'm used to seeing baseballs coming back at me about that fast, but I forgot my glove at home.
We'll bring it next time. I think I should be prepared too.
Oh, just wait until volleyball season. So Edwards drives right. Long pass over to Carter. And Carter's going to get called for a travel. Couldn't quite get that jump stop.
Wow, bad timing for that travel to be called on the Miners. They're looking for that momentum change there, but not going to get it.
10-7 Thunder. Keyshawn Williams brings it up court. Over to Nicolette. Down low for Gustafson. Gustafson goes up and puts it in. Gustafson looks to have a few inches on the 6'6" Chance Brown. Toby Carter brings it up. Over to Edwards, calls out the play. Down from Maneri over to Edwards. Across for Carter. Carter, a long three, and he hits it.
There's that momentum we're talking about. That could just be the changer right there.
12-10 and a double dribble called on Williams. A quick turnover and a quick substitution. Jake McBride comes in for Williams. Edwards to inbound. Guarded by McBride. Goes over to Daniel Carter. Over to Chency. Swings it around to Maneri. Back to Edwards, to Daniel Carter. Down low for Mendoza. Mendoza, nice to Maneri, slams it home.
You know, Mendoza is a really great passer, and he really sees where the guys are at, in the key and outside the key and under the bucket. And I think he deserves a lot of credit for his nice passing.
Well, Mendoza just got beat by Gustafson under the basket. So another quick two. It's 14-12 Rocklin. Carter to Edwards. Edwards with some momentum lays it up and in. And a quick timeout by Coach Dellis.
You know, that last basket there by Edwards, you really can see, you know, in his face, in his eyes, he was on a mission, and he really took it to the hoop on that one and paid off. Now we're tied at 14-14.
And Edwards, who is more known for his passing and his overall quarterbacking of the offense, not so much for his scoring, puts up a quick and timely 2 points to tie this game up at 14-14, as you can see on the touchdown production scoreboard. And you rallying late here and really pushing the pace of this game, which is really what we expected Rocklin to try and do.
Right.
Nevada Union using these quick momentum shifts to their advantage to tie this game up. Rocklin quick inbound, a triple team down low, and Willie kicks it out. A three on the way from the corner is good. Jack McBride in the corner.
Yeah, Rocklin's had some solid threes in this first quarter.
Chency beats the press. 3-on-2 developed, but comes to nothing. Chency now drives baseline, gets it knocked out of his hands, and Rocklin now pushes. There's Jeremy Folks. Folks is up and fouled. So Rocklin will have their first free throws of the game. 2:06 left in the first quarter. That's also the first team foul called on Daniel Carter.
And it's good. Number 23, Jeremy Folks, there at the line for Rocklin right now.
And Folks hits both free throws. Rocklin now back up 19-14. Now we see Gary Maneri on the court. Daniel Carter. Carter loses control for a bit, kind of forces that pass that results in a Rocklin steal. They manage to recover, and now they push up the court. Jake Toto drives up the middle, puts up the runner, no good. Rebound taken, Edwards. And now the long up pass from Maneri.
Those long passes to Maneri, those are effective.
Maneri with 9 points leads the team. Rocklin passes down low. The runner no good. Rebound somehow still bouncing around. And this is going to be a jump ball. A possession arrow in favor of the Miners. Now Chance Brown will come in for David Maneri. Vinny Safin will come in for Jack McBride. And the score is 19-16. Just over a minute left in the first quarter. Mario Edwards getting trapped, and there is only 1 second left to break half court, and they can't do it. Another Nevada Union turnover. That's their 5th. I'm sure that is the #1 statistic that will drive any coach mad.
Yes, I was just thinking how frustrating that is for Coach Dellis over here on the sideline.
Rocklin dishes inside to Willie. Willie jump stop, and Vinny Safin stepped on the line. So another Rocklin turnover, which is their 4th. 56 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Chency shakes his defender, 3-on-2 developing. But Nevada Union elects to stop and set up. Pass to Daniel Carter. Carter drives and is fouled.
Carter took his effort and the ball all the way to the hoop on that one. He really gave it his all.
So we are down to 44 seconds. Foul on Vinny Safin, who leads his team with 5 points. So Daniel Carter getting some bench points for the Miners. Something they desperately need as he knocks down his second. There's an 8-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. There's a 3 on the way. No good, but an offensive rebound for Rocklin and a second.
Wow.
And finally Chance Brown cleans it up. Shot clock is off now, 21 seconds. And Edwards is going to get knocked for an over and back.
Wow, that's a momentum killer right there. And the score is this tight at 18-19.
And Evan Gustafson is going to come in now for Jeremy Folks. 16.9 seconds. Rocklin almost certainly will hold on for the last shot, as Toto is in absolutely no rush to get over the line, and he finally does. And off to Williams. Williams cuts around, 3 on the way, misses everything. Almost saved by Edwards, but it does fall out of bounds with exactly 1 second remaining. I would imagine a catch and shoot from Keyshawn Williams. Oh, but it's Jake Toto for the long 3, and no good.
Hits the rim on that one.
At the end of the first quarter, Rocklin maintains a slight lead, 19-18 over the Miners.
You know, Steve, this is just what we were expecting. I mean, it's 18-19, and we can already feel the pressure here in Ally and the heat, and we're only in the first quarter. And so looks like both teams showed up tonight, and we got some serious competition and heat going on in here in Ally.
Yeah, you see the touchdown production scoreboard. Rocklin on top, 19-18. Both the freshman and JV games won by Rocklin. They're looking to make it a sweep tonight. This Nevada Union team has finally found a decent offensive rhythm, but the turnovers will be a big factor as this game goes on. And you see Jeff Flynn from KNCO also in the Crow's Nest tonight covering the game. Jeff does quite a lot for the local sports scene, and we are always glad to have him.
And you looking to hold on to that offensive flow that you're talking about, Steve? It's going to be pretty tough against this Rocklin team. They're deep and they're tough.
And both these teams with a bit of turnover trouble. Nevada Union had 6 turnovers and Rocklin with 4. That's probably both more than they wanted coming into this game. And Nevada Union getting out-rebounded 6-3 as Williams takes a tough shot, but the rebound comes out and bounces around, and Nevada Union finally tracks it down. That's Nick Ortiz. Over to Maneri. Maneri throws it to Carter. Carter to Chency. Chency spins towards pressure. And now Brown over to Maneri. Maneri with the jumper, no good. Rebound taken cleanly by Rocklin. And of course they look to push the issue over to Williams. Williams drives baseline, is tripped up and trips out of bounds, unfortunately. So that is another Rocklin turnover. Rocklin really does not waste time when they have possession. They really go quickly, take a lot of shots with the shot clock still with over 15 seconds.
They do, Steve. You're right. They're pretty potent and quick.
Brown out to Ortiz. Ortiz over to Chensi. Chensi stops. Back to Ortiz. Ortiz spins, takes the runner.
Wow.
That misses everything, and that falls out of bounds. So a minute into the quarter, still 19-18.
No score, no points yet this quarter.
That was a quick steal by Nevada Union.
Oh.
And then thrown and knocked out of bounds, so it will stay NU ball.
You see all the guys right now huffing and puffing on the court. They're really giving their all out there right now.
Quick inbound to Maneri. Maneri takes the open jumper.
Nice.
And he hits easily. Maneri with 11.
You know, some players just make it look so effortless, and David Maneri would have to be one of those players.
There's a quick double team down low. That's the open man. Really goes up. Chensi gets angled off the ball, and that'll be a loose ball foul on Jake Toto. That was a good call by Chensi to go after that loose ball, and Toto definitely threw his shoulder into Chensi.
Chensi really committed to that also.
Ortiz to inbound. Over to Chensi. Chensi will take it up with his left hand. Looking for some help over to Ortiz. Ortiz gets down to the baseline, flips it out for Carter. Back to Maneri. Maneri for three.
Wow.
And Maneri misses everything. A few very low percentage shots being taken now. And you trying to get away from their drive and dish philosophy and are taking a lot more outside shots now. And Coach Delos takes a timeout, probably to sort out his offensive woes.
Miners up by one now, 20-19, with 6 minutes, 10 seconds left in the second quarter. And he's looking kind of tired out there, but hope to see that the fight in them stays on the court. And you know, like we were talking earlier, Steve, Rocklin's roster is just miles long, and it looks like they have quite a bench to choose from as far as getting in subs and giving people breaks, and that can really be a huge factor as the game goes on and later in the fourth quarter. You know, when your starters are kind of in a fade, you know, to have a bench that you can pull from, that's a really huge factor.
And you look at players like Jack McBride and Evan Gustafson and Mark Willey, who are all very big players in the paint. And who does Nevada Union have? They have Chance Brown and Giovanni Mendoza, who not the tallest players, not the biggest players. They have to rely on their speed,
right.
And basically they have to rely on the double and the triple teams down low on defense.
Mm-hmm.
So that really does make things much more difficult for this Nevada Union team. Nice dish down low, and Vinny Safin will step to the line. It's just Nevada Union's second foul and the first foul on Toby Carter. So Vinny Safin with 5 points. Make that 6 points. Leads Rocklin, who have done a good job of scattering the points between them. Second shot rolls around and is good. And Keyshawn Williams will now come in for Jake Toto. 21-20, Rocklin ahead in the second quarter. Chance Brown looking for some help. Nick Ortiz brings it up and sets up the offense. Guarded by Keyshawn Williams, who is very tenacious. Over to Brown. Brown wants a cut. Maneri grabs it, pirouettes, and puts it in.
I mean, talk about a presence over there under the basket. David Maneri is really showing what he's made of.
And Chance Brown is going to get called for probably an over the back on Evan Gustafson. And I think Rockland's realized that they can just give the ball to Gustafson and let him throw his weight around down low, and that will generate some offensive chances for them.
Yeah, Gustafson's not only tall, but he's strong. He's ready to match up against anyone.
There's a quick two by Safin, who was just standing under the basket unguarded. Chency with the ball. There's it down low to Daniel Carter. Carter to Edwards. Long pass to Toby Carter. Down low and back out. A three on the way. No good. Rebound taken. Rocklin. There's the long up pass for Safin, and Safin was all alone. And that's the price you pay for committing down low on offense, is you leave that cherry picker wide open. Edwards to Maneri. Maneri to Toby Carter. To Daniel Carter, over to John Chency. Chency with the left hand. Daniel Carter looks at the three, no good. Throws it to the corner, Edwards for three. No good, and the rebound taken by Rocklin. Rocklin looks to push yet again. There's Safin. Safin goes up, and it's a charge.
There you go, Toby Carter took that charge. Oh. Looks like the foul was called on Toby Carter.
Yeah, I don't believe the referee knows the difference between the charge call and the block call, as he was definitely indicating charge, but
yeah,
the call is a block, so Safin will get
Dallas there on the bench trying to question the call.
Well, regardless, it's 3 points for Rocklin, who now have a 6-point lead, the largest of the game. And Edwards will set up to Chency. Back to Edwards. Edwards goes left hand, draws the contact.
I saw one white jersey there and about 4 blues. Mario was going up against a big army there under the hoop.
And the foul was called on Keyshawn Williams, which is his first and the 6th team foul for Rocklin. So Edwards will shoot 2, and all fouls from now on will be a 1-and-1. So Chency comes out, Ortiz comes in, and Edwards will shoot his second, 28-23. Rocklin leads. Second shot is no good, but Maneri with the rebound and the three.
Wow!
And it's good.
Those are 2 huge plays, that rebound and then making that three. That's the kind of momentum that you need right now.
That's a 4-point possession for Nevada Union, down 28-26. Rocklin moving fast, and that foul is going to be on Daniel Carter, who got just a bit too much body and not enough ball.
See Coach Jeff Dellis over here on the sideline immediately flinch as that whistle is blown.
So this is the 5th team foul. The referee signals for a 1-and-1, which is, again, incorrect. So now back to the sideline. And Evan Nicolette to inbound. Inbounds to Williams. Williams brings it up. 3:30 left in the quarter. Over to Safin. Safin drives, and it's blocked decisively. Ball comes out for Nevada Union, and Carter very wisely pulls up. Over to Toby Carter and Mario Edwards. Edwards will set up. There's the high pass, and a push is called on Nicolette. Nicolette is one of 2 sophomores for Rocklin. And that will send Maneri to the line shooting a 1-and-1. Maneri can tie the game if he hits these free throws.
Right, which would be huge right now for Nevada Union.
And he does get the first.
Sinks the first one.
Nevada Union's 9 for 11 from the line, which is much better than their season average, and certainly necessary against this very tough Rocklin Thunder.
Right.
Second shot is no good, and the rebound falls to Rocklin. Williams pushes in the corner for three. That's Jeremy Folks.
He had a nice finish on that three there. It looked pretty precise.
That was the first three-point attempt by Rocklin in the quarter. And it is good over to Maneri, and Maneri draws a foul. And they are just picking on Micolette right now. So this will be another 1-and-1 situation for David Maneri. Now Micolette comes out, and Mark Willie comes in. That's the 8th team foul on Rocklin.
Nevada Union really needs to take advantage of that bonus arrow they got and really make these first free throws so they can get that second chance at that second point free throw.
And Maneri hits it yet again. Maneri with 18 of his team's 27 points. And he is already 2 points over his game average. Second free throw is also good. Rocklin bring it up quickly. Toto left for Safin. Safin down low, kicks out for Priest. Priest draws the foul, and it's good.
Looks like ref's going to call that foul on Maneri.
And great hustle by Wes Priest. His first 2 points of the game, and tremendous concentration to draw the foul and still get a good shot up. Free throw is good. Lead back up to 5, 34-29. There's a long up pass from Maneri. Maneri grabs it and slows it down over to Ortiz. Ortiz to Edwards, to Carter, to Carter. Back to Ortiz. Maneri a long two, and it's good. Maneri, 21 points.
He backed off that a little bit there at the end, and it was good. He sunk that one solid.
Maneri having an excellent game. That pass almost thrown away, but saved by Folks. Guarded by Ortiz. There's the pass down low. No good, but off Edwards. It will stay Rocklin ball, and Keyshawn Williams comes into the game for Folks. Rocklin will inbound with 20 on the shot clock. Tosses it up for Willie, who has to chase it, but does eventually track it down. Williams now calling out a play. Toto down low for Priest. Priest with it, back out for Toto. A long three, up and good. Jake Toto.
Rocklin's really having some solid threes, and they're having some good luck, and they've got some good shooting mechanics also over there on that Thunder team.
There's a long pass up to Ortiz. Ortiz pulls up, takes the shot, and gets the roll.
There we go. That's the toilet bowl shot we're looking for.
Both these teams trading quick points. Down low for Willie. Willie tries to go baseline. No good. Rebound taken by Maneri, but it rolls off of his leg. It will go back to Rocklin.
John Chansey coming in for Toby Carter for the Miners.
The Rocklin will again inbound with a fresh shot clock. 1:26 left in the half. Inbound pass tipped and stolen by Edwards. Edwards for Ortiz, who stops, and that ball is knocked out of bounds off of Vinny Safin, who it looked like got an armful of David Maneri, but
we can just see the hustle from both teams right now and the commitment to every play they got going on right now.
Both these teams are playing very opportunistic basketball, certainly. Maneri to Edwards. Edwards from the right side to Chansey. Chansey leans in on Toto. Pushes back out to Edwards. 17 on the shot clock. Edwards right side over to Ortiz. Ortiz from Maneri draws the double team. Now Ortiz steps up a long two, This is everything again. Carter runs over and saves it from going out of bounds, but throws it out of bounds himself. 52.6 seconds left in the half. Rocklin still with a 4-point lead. Coach Cutts yelling at his team to get up court quickly. Down low for Willie. Willie blocked by Chensi. Ball falls back into the half court, and there's a foul called on someone. I'm guessing Mario Edwards.
You can really see Edwards tonight playing his heart out. He's really giving it all he's got, and his commitment to hustle is really present tonight. Not that it's not always, but especially tonight. You know, he can feel the heat this game, and it's going to be neck and neck, it looks like.
Yeah, that foul is on Edwards, his first foul. 7th team foul for Nevada Union. It's a 1-and-1 for Toto. Toto confidently predicting he has 2. And he is correct.
You know, sometimes that confidence is all you need.
Rocklin has not missed a free throw tonight.
That's a huge statistic for them. That's a huge factor for Rocklin. That's really going to help them out.
And they are 8 for 8.
Wow, that's great. You don't see that often.
And that does push the lead back to 6. And there is a 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock as Ortiz brings it up. Edwards back to Ortiz. Down low for Maneri. Maneri spins away and gets 2 more. Good ball movement. And now the shot clock is off. Rocklin slows it down, up 4.
Rocklin's going to take advantage of that shot clock, keep it slow.
Down to 10 seconds. Toto guarded by Chensi. High screen up top. Toto drives, blocked by Maneri. Comes out 1 second left. A long 3 by Ortiz. Doesn't fall. And we go into halftime. Rocklin holding on to a very slim lead.
Yeah, there's a 4-point difference right now on the scoreboard between the Miners and the Thunder.
And we have got some exciting basketball tonight in the Ally. Rocklin up 35-39. As you see the touchdown production scoreboard, Nevada Union getting outscored by 1 point in the first and by 3 points in the second, staying neck and neck with a deep, high-powered Rocklin team.
Yeah, deep to say the least. I mean, like we were saying earlier now, Steve, having a roster that deep and that solid, too. You know, that's kind of an intimidating factor for the Miners.
And really what we've been seeing from Rocklin is consistency. They are playing very consistent basketball in really everything but their turnovers. Rocklin with 3 turnovers in that second quarter.
Yeah, you know, their free throws, like you mentioned, they've got those spot on tonight, and also their threes. All their 3-point shots behind the arc. I mean, they are sinking those right and left. And it seems like NU is maybe struggling a little bit to really find their offense and make it their own and be confident in it. But that's been kind of a struggle for the Miners up to this point now in the season. So maybe they can kind of lock that in and get it ready and loaded to go for this second half. But the Rocklin Thunder's looking pretty tough from what I see.
Absolutely. They have an excellent offense that really has a few leaders. So it's kind of hard to pin them down in just one area. See the Miner cheerleaders doing their halftime routine.
Yes, they're looking pretty good out there.
A surprisingly light crowd tonight, you would figure, with Rocklin being here. Sort of not quite a crosstown rival, but this is certainly a high-intensity game. Right. As the cheerleaders clear the court, we will take a break. Steve Sitter with Jen Maneri here. We will come back with some first-half stats on your Touchdown Production Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Accidents happen, and Tripp's Auto Body and Paint Shop understands your frustration when they do. They work on all makes and models and have been serving Nevada County for 3 generations. Trips is a proud member of the AAA Repair Network, and their technicians are I-CAR Gold Class professionals. Trips works with all insurance companies and is a direct repair facility for AAA. Voted Nevada County's best, it's Trips Auto Body. It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Anything Green Hydroponics is your source for hydro systems, grow lights, and soils. Anything Green offers a complete range of organic nutrients as well as fungicides, miticides, and predatory bugs. Anything Green Hydroponics has just received this year's soil. Get your totes, pallets, or individual bags. Stay tuned for future workshops. It's all at Anything Green Hydroponics.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our 4th location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
We're back at the Ali Gymnasium, and we've got an excellent basketball game underway. Rocklin with a slim lead over Nevada Union, 39-35. Two very evenly matched teams.
Yeah, you know, Rocklin's looking pretty tough out there tonight. As you can see, we have kind of a record of the current standings of the Sierra Foothill League for boys basketball right now. And you can see there, Folsom is sitting pretty at the top, 4-0. Right there also, too, you have Wood Creek. Both of those records kind of untouchable. Del Oro there, 3rd, 2-2. Oak Ridge, 2-3. Your Nevada Union Miners, 1-3. Granite Bay, 1-3 as well. And right there at the bottom, you have our Rocklin team visiting tonight at 1-4. So, you know, as we were talking earlier, Steve, the Miners and the Thunder are really hungry for that win, and it looks like they both really need it right now on that standing chart.
Yeah, this is a very, very tough league. Between Folsom and Wood Creek on top, undefeated, you figure you have to have more than one win this far in the season to even have a chance.
Right, and I think it's, you know, those first 4 teams that get to playoffs. And there we have the boys Pioneer Valley League. We can see Foothill sitting there at the top. They're looking nice with a 1-0 league standing, and Colfax and Placer, they're all tied there for first. And then you got Center, Bear River, and Lincoln there at the bottom of the pack with a 0-1 record.
Hey, take a look at the girls' SFL. Not quite as tough as the boys. Oak Ridge at 5-0, and then it's pretty much a free-for-all underneath that. Del Oro at 3-1, but the Lady Miners and Folsom at 2-2, Granite Bay and Wood Creek at 1-3, Rocklin at 1-4. Those top 3 spots really up for grabs this early in the season.
Right, none of those look really set in stone at all. Everyone's definitely fighting for those spots. And there you have the girls' Pioneer Valley League. Placer, Colfax, Amber River there at the top of the pack with a 1-0 standing, and then Foothill, Lincoln, and Center there with a 0-0 record, and those are looking pretty tight too.
And with the football races earlier in the year, Placer, Colfax, and Bear River all up there. It is going to be very high stakes. Certainly we saw Colfax and Bear River last week. Very, very intense matchup, and you better believe that the girls' matchups are every bit as intense as the boys. Be sure to join us tomorrow night as the Nevada Union Lady Miners will take on the Rocklin Lady Thunder. I suppose that would be their team name.
Yes, you know, that's my best bet. Rocklin Lady Thunder, there you have it.
The Lady Thunder will be in the house tomorrow.
Right here in Ali Gymnasium tomorrow night.
And be sure to tune in each week on our YouTube channel, Touchdown Productions Game of the Week, NCTV Comcast Channel 11, Suddenlink Channel 16, the new Education Channel 18, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday in Auburn, ACTV Wave Broadband Channel 20, and the TouchdownProductions.com store. You know, Christmas is over, but it's never too late to get that special person some Touchdown Productions memorabilia.
It's never too late. You're right.
So let's recap the first half. Very tight matchup. It is 35-39 Rocklin on top. And just taking a look at the stats, there are some very, very interesting numbers here. Nevada Union had 6 turnovers in the first quarter and 0 in the second quarter, which is a big, big improvement, and certainly the cornerstone of their offensive woes, giving the ball away early. And Rocklin with 7 total turnovers now have more than Nevada Union, which is excellent. Rocklin kind of giving the ball away when they really didn't need to. Neither team really doing too well in the steal category. NU's getting out-rebounded 11-7, but that's more indicative of size than anything, because they're in there. They're getting the rebounds that come to them, but when you have the size and the depth that Rocklin has, it's really hard to consistently win the battle in the paint. But when you look at the free throw and three-point percentages, that's the whole game. Rocklin 8 for 8 on free throws, Nevada Union 11 for 14. So there's 3 points right there, makes it a 1-point game even closer. But the three-point percentages, Rocklin was 5 for 10, 2 for 2 in the second quarter, and Nevada Union was 2 for 7, only 28%. And those two stats right there, that's the game. Because Nevada Union is not going to get more rebounds than Rocklin. That's just not going to happen here tonight. But what they can do is they can increase their shooting percentages, and that is the key to the game here tonight.
It is. And, Steve, like you said, those stats are really crucial right now in this game, and they're game changers.
So with the teams warming up, we'll come back, have the start of the second half. Rocklin Thunder and Nevada Union Miners. We'll be right back on your Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
I felt so awkward on that.
Hello, I'm Dr. Victoria Tutak, and welcome to Advanced Chiropractic Centers. Are you tired of living with debilitating pain, physically impacting the quality of your life? Here at Advanced Chiropractic Centers, we offer a variety of options. We are a result-driven office devoted to your health care. My name is Dr. T, and I look forward to meeting your health care needs.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years, and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the Foothills leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks a lot for tuning in tonight. And be sure to stay with us after the game as we present the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions staff will select the best player of tonight's game and award them with a plaque created by Stuckey's. It's the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award coming up right after this exciting sports telecast, right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. Guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Gil. We are back here at the Ally, and let's just talk about Player of the Game for a few seconds. In my mind, there's really only one player, and that would be David Maneri.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that one. You know, he's just making his presence known, and he's really knocking up some shots there that are really crucial for NU and kind of getting them on the scoreboard.
He has 23 of their 35 points. The next leading scorers have 3, and that's Mario Edwards and Toby Carter, whereas Rocklin has 3 players with more than 5 points. have a quick foul called on Wes Priest. So a quick substitution now being made. Evan Gustafson will now come in for Wes Priest. Gustafson arguably doing more off the bench than Priest has done as a starter. I expect to see more of him in the second half.
Yes, he's definitely making his point out.
It's a pass to Brown. Brown throws it back out for Toby Carter to Mario Edwards. Edwards drives, throws it out to Daniel Carter. Carter drives and throws it up. Nice effort by Daniel Carter. And a long three on the way by Toto, no good. At the rebound comes out Rocklin, another offensive rebound. Another three on the way from the corner, and that's Vinny Safin for three.
Like we were saying earlier, Rocklin's really got those three-point shots on lockdown right now.
Safin with 17 points leads his team. Carter drives, dishes out, another three on the way for NU. No good, rebound taken by Rocklin. NU now just 2 of 8 on three-pointers. Safin to Toto, swings it around to Williams. Williams drives, baseline. That pass somehow finds its way to Toto on the three-point line. Over to Williams. Williams takes a three. No good. NU with the rebound. 42-37. Rocklin leading by 5. NU with some perimeter passing down to Brown, and Brown goes right through his hands. A quick NU turnover and a quick foul right after. That foul's on Chance Brown.
This minor team not looking as strong as they were in the first half. This Thunder bench really might be Rocklin's best bet to really outlasting the Miners tonight.
And to their credit, the Rocklin bench has been playing fantastically well.
Yes, they are deep and successful.
Have 9 bench points compared to 6 for Nevada Union, but here's the pass down low.
There you can see Chance doesn't even really get full control of that ball.
Back to live action, we've got a whistle, and it looked like Daniel Carter blasted Vinny Safin, who was setting a screen. And this came before a three-point shot, so Rocklin will inbound. There's a long pass down low. No good. Rebound comes to NU. A lot of contact down there, but
yeah, they're getting pretty physical.
Whistle. Mario Edwards against Toto. Edwards drives with the right hand and draws a foul. Both teams now with 2 team fouls, hardly 2 minutes into the second half. Toto's second foul. Still a 5-point Thunder lead. Jency gives to Edwards. Toto still playing very tight defense on him. Over to Chency. Chency thought about a three and then decided not to. A long pass, that's picked off. Down at the other end. No good. Rebound taken by Toto, and he will get to the line.
Toto really made that effort there to make that putback, but didn't quite get it in. Looking to make these free throws now.
That skip pass was not the best idea, certainly. It was picked off pretty easily by Safin, and Safin is playing outstanding for the Thunder, team leader with 17 points. And Toto to shoot 2, just gets the roll. Kicks the lead back up to 6. Second shot is also good, and we will now see Toby Carter come into the game for Chance Brown.
Both Carter brothers now currently in the game for the Miners.
There's Daniel Carter bringing it up. Kicks it out to Toby Carter, up to Edwards, and Edwards now sets up. Chency down back to Edwards. More physical play in the paint. Maneri quick spin and gets it stripped. Another Rocklin steal. Toto down low. And an easy two for Evan Gustafson, who was not covered. Coach Dellis, frustrated, takes the timeout.
No one even near Gustafson on that basket right there. He was wide open right there under the hoop. You can feel the frustration over here on the NU bench line. As it's 37-46 with the Rocklin Thunder up with 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
This is the largest lead that Rocklin has had tonight. And Coach Dellis is lecturing his team. Those easy 2 points under the basket just can't be allowed. You see the touchdown production scoreboard, Rocklin with 7 points and Nevada Union with just 2 with 5:07 left. The Miners defense has been pretty strong up to this point. We're now seeing a bit of weakness down low, and Rocklin exploiting it in the paint over and over again, I think is wearing down the Nevada Union paint players.
Yeah, you know, Rocklin's looking for weakness on the NU Miner part, trying to take advantage of it, and looks like they're succeeding at just that right now.
Something I find surprising, John Chency yet to score, and he is the team's second leading scorer.
Wow, that's pretty surprising to me also.
We've seen him struggling this season a bit with the three-point shot. He started the season with no hesitation. We have a 2-on-1. Dish down to Carter. No good. Another Rocklin steal. That's 4 in this quarter. Toto for 3. And he hits it. That is a big 3 from Jake Toto.
That three's going to put it at 37-49 with the Thunder up.
Carter getting trapped, has to dish back to Edwards. Edwards almost gets it taken away, and he does get across half court and draws a blocking foul on Vinny Safin.
This game's getting pretty physical. Both teams have some fighters out there, but, you know, with Rocklin, with number 25, Gustafson, I mean, how can you not get physical? I mean, he's a strong, tough guy out there. Everyone's going to have to fight against him.
And Nevada Union doing most of their damage, if you will, on offense when they make those hard cuts to the basket. Toby Carter to Chency, Chency to Edwards. Edwards for Daniel Carter. Back to Chency. Chency drives baseline, puts it up, no good.
Just like you were saying there, see, Chency can't seem to make a basket tonight.
Williams drives and a big block by Edwards, but he gets a lot of contact on Michelet, so Michelet will step to the line. And he appears to be all right, if none too happy about getting thrown to the floor.
Looks like that's Edwards' third foul tonight. There you can see on the replay. Take a look, there's Chency going up. Almost gets it, but can't quite seem to sink it on that one.
Back to live action. That is the first missed free throw from Rocklin. They were 10 for 10. And Michelet misses the second. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Safin, so it will be Miner ball. Down 12 with 4 minutes left. This has been a very tough third quarter for the Miners on all fronts. Carter gives it to Edwards, who crosses half court. Over to Chency. Chency waiting for something to develop down low. Carter over to Chency, swings it around. Carter, big jump step, but the ball is stripped. Another Rocklin steal. Big up pass in, blocked by Edwards.
Wow, you know, Mario Edwards doesn't have that height that guys like Maneri and Chance Brown have, but he's really making himself known, especially on that block right there.
Edwards is listed as 5'10", and you'll see him use all 5'10" of it.
There you go. Mario Edwards is a successful block.
Back to live action, the ball rolls off of Evan Gustafson's leg. That's the first Rocklin turnover of the half, and Nevada Union has 5, all of them coming from Rocklin steals. Rocklin's finally upped their defense, which is the start of them running away with this game. Carter brings it up, gives to Gary Maneri, over to Chensi in the corner. Back to Edwards, 18 on the shot clock. Edwards being guarded by Folks. Dishes out for Maneri for 3, misses everything. Rebound taken by Williams. Williams runs up the court. Long pass. Another Rocklin 3, and that's good. Jeremy Folks now with 8.
You know, for that Rocklin team, it's not just one guy that's making all those threes. You know, Steve, it's almost all of them. A lot of them are really sinking them. There's a few key players there that are making those threes for them, but, you know, it's not one standout player.
Rocklin has 2 bench players with more than 5 points. Edwards dishes to Maneri. Maneri puts it up too hard. Rebound taken by Rocklin. Williams, a long bounce pass. Another offensive rebound, and make that 2, but stolen by Maneri. Maneri runs, gives to Edwards, who puts it up and in.
Nice teamwork there. You could almost tell Gary Maneri felt Mario Edwards right behind him coming up, following him to the hoop, and he handed it to him, and Mario went and sunk it. And that's what the Miners need right now, is more of that teamwork and the sense of each other out there on the court.
Absolutely. Down 13. You really need something, and here's that last play. Maneri just trying to get anything going, finally manages to get possession, and now it's him and Edwards against Williams.
Yeah, that's some serious fight for the ball there from Maneri. Mario, clean layup right there. That's pretty.
Rocklin just a little late getting back to help out Keyshawn Williams. And you see now the touchdown production scoreboard. Nevada Union scoring just 4 points so far in this third quarter with 2:10 left. But Rocklin's still right on pace with the first half with 13 points.
Yeah, you know, it's really commendable to the Rocklin Thunder right now with their free throw statistics. Michael Jordan always said that you should be able to shoot those with your eyes closed. It's really based on mechanics. And it looks like the Thunder's got that settled tonight.
It seems like a very mechanically sound team.
Yes, they do.
Toto passes to McBride. McBride to Folks. Back down for McBride, and that falls out of bounds off of Daniel Carter, so it will stay Thunder at ball. 24 seconds on the shot clock. That inbound pass blocked with both hands by Mario Edwards.
Mario really getting up in Toto's face down there at the baseline.
Inbound pass to Priest. Priest drives, maybe gets away with the travel, but another offensive rebound for Rocklin. Long 3, hit by Jake Toto.
Talk about mechanics. I mean, it looks like Toto might have some three-point mechanics out here.
He was about 5 feet behind that three-point line, and he knocked that down easily. Long pass down low to Toby Carter, or to David Maneri. Excuse me.
Now we got David Maneri on the line.
And they will say that he was in the process of shooting. I thought that grab may have been before the shot. Those 2 points will count. Maneri now has 25 of the team's 41 points. And behind the play, ball mishandled by Toto. That was a Rocklin Thunder turnover.
Now Nevada Union really needs to take advantage of a simple turnover like that and really make a point, make a basket out of it.
Absolutely. Pass Maneri, back to Edwards. Edwards down to Maneri. Maneri with the shot fake. Dishes back out to Edwards. Carter to Chensi. Chensi takes the 3. No good, and that will fall out of bounds. Chensi still struggling to find that touch from the three-point line.
Yeah, Chensi having some problems out there tonight with his shot.
Thunder looking to build on their lead. Folks for three, and he hits it. Rocklin 5 for 7 3-pointers this quarter. There's a long up pass for Chency. Chency collects it and puts it in.
Chency's first basket of the night. Now let's see if he can keep that roll with him.
40 seconds left in the half. Another long three on the way and good. Jeremy Folks.
You know, those 3-point shots, those are difficult because you don't want to mess up the 3-point shooter. That's foul line for 3 points. So Nevada Union's kind of being hesitant, it looks like.
And Edwards will hold on for the last shot. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Carter to Gary Maneri to Chency. Maneri to Carter. Carter drives, draws the foul, and he'll get to the line. So from a very fast-paced first half, we are seeing a lot of stopping and starting in this third quarter, which seems much more to Rocklin's advantage as they lead by 17. And the first free throw by Daniel Carter is no good.
Got a lot of subs coming in here. 4 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah, subs from both teams coming on. Daniel Carter leads the bench players for Nevada Union with 4. And another rebound taken by Rocklin. Nice steal by Maneri. And the shot at the buzzer is good. So
that's great to see, you know, that quick turnaround right there and that awareness to what's going on around you. Nick Ortiz was right there to back up Maneri on that quick layup.
I don't think you can say too much about that play with 4 seconds remaining.
Right.
For Nick Ortiz to come away with a quick steal and a quick putback before time runs out. You see the touchdown production scoreboard. Rocklin outscoring Nevada Union 22-11. Let's take another look at that final sequence.
There you have Maneri fighting off the Thunder under the hoop, and Nick Ortiz coming out ready for the rebound and the putback, and there you have it. Sinks it right away.
Very different third quarter than we've seen from the rest of the game.
That's some ready basketball you got right there.
Between Rocklin missing their free throws and the huge difference in rebounds. Rocklin out rebounding Nevada Union 10-2 in that quarter. And also outscoring Nevada Union 22-11. And Rocklin will inbound. 15-point lead. Miners have some work to do if they want to come back. Williams, nice pass and a nice block by David Maneri. There's Gary Maneri, takes it to the hoop, too hard off the glass. Rocklin with the rebound. 2-on-1 down low. Safe and goes up and draws the foul.
Looks like that'll be called on number 14 for the Miners, Trevor Humphreys.
Humphreys getting some time in, allowing Mario Edwards to get some rest. And now Vinny Safin with 17 points. It's his first free throw.
You know, we can expect that first one to get sunk because we know that the Rocklin Thunder, they have a pretty unbeatable stat for their free throws.
Just about. Safin knocks them both down. 12 for 14 from the free throw line tonight.
Pretty unbeatable.
Nevada Union gains the half court. Humphreys with it in the corner, throws it back out for Carter to Ortiz. Maneri dishes out to Gary Maneri, back to David. David takes the shot, in and out. Keyshawn Williams now brings it up. splits the defense, goes over Carter. No good, and Nevada Union with the rebound. Now they will push into the corner. For Humphreys. Humphreys down low for Ortiz. And Ortiz puts it in. Ortiz with 6 points. 63-48, back to a 15-point lead. Safe and down low for Gustafson. Gustafson out for Williams. Williams for Willie. Now Willie will dribble it back out. Down low for Safin. Safin blocked. NU with the rebound. They're looking to run. Ortiz passes it behind.
Trevor Humphreys can't quite seem to get a hold of it.
And they're Safin all alone for 3, and he's not going to miss too many of those. Coach Cutts takes a timeout. His team up by 18, thanks in large part to Vinny Safin and 22 points.
You know, we were neck and neck there in the first 2 quarters there, Steve, but Rocklin really, like we were saying, they're taking advantage of the Miners' weakness here. And now here we find ourselves with 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Almost a 20-point lead there up on the scoreboard for the Rocklin Thunder. And
Rocklin is 12 for 20 for 3-pointers. That is over 50%, which is an astounding statistic in high school basketball. They are taking a lot of 3-point shots and making most of them. And you see the touchdown production scoreboard, Nevada Union getting outscored 27-13 in the second half. So here those offensive woes are finally coming back to Nevada Union. They need to find ways to put points on the board consistently in order to get back in the game, but Rocklin's tough defense and even tougher offense are not making it easy.
Right, and like you said, Steve, for the Miners there, Maneri's got way more points than anybody else on their team, and I think a key maybe to their offense would be to spread that out a little bit and get some more key offensive players there for the Miners that can also contribute.
Well, both Carters can score. Chensi can score. Gary Maneri can score.
Looks like they just need to be a little bit more consistent out there on the court.
Yeah, consistency is the key word. So Nevada Union has possession down 18, and we have a foul away from the ball as David Maneri gets knocked off his feet. And it looks like that's the 6th team foul for Rocklin. So Nevada Union now in the bonus.
Looks like number 21 there for Rocklin, Wes Priest, starter Wes Priest, he just fouled out. That was his 5th foul.
And Priest with only 3 points, definitely more of a defensive player, and that pass is stolen by Toto. And a quick foul by David Ortiz will be Nevada Union's 6th foul. That's Ortiz's 1st foul, but that also puts Rocklin in the bonus, so that takes away that advantage. Recolette over to Safin. Safin drives, puts it up, no good. And we have a lot of contact. And I believe this foul will be against Nevada Union and puts Safin back to the free throw line. And they're going to call that on Toby Carter. Excuse me, on David Maneri, which is his 2nd foul. Edwards will come into the game now for Toby Carter. And Safin will be shooting a 1-and-1, 66-48 lead for the Thunder, and Safin puts that up.
That free throw was all net there.
Yeah, I've never seen a free throw look quite as easy as that one, like he was only kind of half paying attention to it.
Yeah, you know, all these Rocklin players, they're making it look pretty effortless out there tonight.
Full court press still in effect. Inbound comes to Ortiz. Ortiz to Chensi. Chensi will cross half court and throw it up with the left hand, draw the foul. Nice straightforward offensive attack there by John Chensi. So he'll be shooting 2. Both teams now with 17 fouls. And again, the pace of this game, nothing like it was in the first half, which was more of a hockey-style quick transition basketball game. And This one resembling more of a football type start and stop. You know, draw up a play, execute the play, now everyone take a breather.
Yeah, definitely the tone of the game has definitely switched from the first half, what we were seeing. Now it's not as heated or fast-paced.
And at the other end, Keyshawn Williams comes up big, only his 4th points, but he slammed it down with authority.
Now with about 5 minutes left, there's a 20-point difference there on the scoreboard.
And Edwards draws contact in the lane. And this is looking like a pretty easy way for Nevada Union to get some points. 70-50 now. And Nevada Union will take any points they can get, really, although that lane has been there. And they're only now just starting to exploit it, but another missed free throw from Edwards.
We can look over and see Coach Dellis' frustration over there.
Miners are 14 for 20, or 70%. And now a little bit less than 70, but the rebound almost botched by Rocklin, but they do come up with it. Williams drives the lane and gets 2 more. And it looked like some contact after the shot. Will have him go for a 3-point play. And it looked like some contact to the head.
That foul was
David
called.
Maneri.
Yeah, David Maneri for his 3rd foul.
Rocklin looks like they are still playing in the first quarter. Their energy level still very high. And they are just streaking down the court, not wasting any time. Nice pass to Edwards. Edwards to Maneri, and Maneri will step to the line. I like this strategy in that it doesn't take a lot of time to execute, and you can get 1 or 2 points just about every possession.
Right.
However, when Rocklin streaks down the court and puts 2 up easily, it's nigh impossible to make any headway.
Right. There, David Maneri sinks his first free throw.
It's a 22-point game. Hard to believe that it was just a 4-point lead at halftime, but Rocklin really steps up their defense in the second half, and that's basically the story of this game.
You know, and what they always say there, Steve, defense wins championships, so this Rocklin team's looking pretty tough right now.
Trapped in the corner, Toto for 3. No good, but the rebound taken by Micolette, and Micolette will be called for an offensive foul. So a Rocklin turnover, their 3rd of the quarter. That's 14 turnovers on the game. And yet they are still up by 21. Nevada Union gets to half court and crosses. Ortiz with the left hand, back to Chensi. Chensi telegraphs the pass, steal by Rocklin. Up the court, there's Safin. Safin goes up and puts it in. Safin with 26 points. Big, big game. Almost stolen away by Toto, but Edwards will cross half court. Edwards drives the basket and draws the foul on Micolette.
You know, it's one thing to draw these fouls as far as the Miners go, but it's another thing to make the fouls, to make the free throw shots. And Miners are kind of struggling tonight making those free throws. Well, in comparison to the Rocklin Thunder tonight and their unbeatable free throw statistics.
Yeah, 15 for 17 for Rocklin. And 16 for 23. Now 17 for 24 as Edwards hits his first, and now we have the substitutions coming in for both teams. 75-53 with 4 minutes left. Get the bench players some playing time. Rocklin with 10 fouls, so the double bonus in effect for Nevada Union. And Daniel Carter physically pulled off of the court by Coach Dellis.
A little confusion there for the Miners.
He really wanted that 5th point. Edwards hits his 2nd, and Gary Maneri will come in to replace Mario Edwards. Edwards with a strong showing, 7 points. He only averages 5. There's a 3 on the way from Johnny Lopez. No good. Rebound taken Nevada Union.
Nice rebound there by Gary Maneri.
There's a 3 on the way for NU. Another air ball. And a rebound taken Rocklin.
Quick turnover.
Quick steal. Ortiz for 3. No good. Mendoza with the rebound. Flailing in the air. He puts it in.
That Mendoza for the Miners, he's a fighter. He's a fighter there under the hoop.
There's a 3 on the way for Rocklin. Rolls around in good. Jack McBride with 6 points, and Coach Cutts takes a timeout. 78-56, 22-point lead for the Thunder with 3:20 left. And while it's certainly not impossible for Nevada Union to come back, it certainly looks like Rocklin has put this game away decisively.
You're right, Steve. It looks like the Rocklin team they're overall looking really strong tonight. And you know, as we were saying earlier, really deep on the bench, and they don't just have 5 great starters. They've got a great bench that can play and really put up some serious points for them.
I see the touchdown production scoreboard. Rocklin with 17 points this quarter and 10 in the third, but it's that third quarter that has really made all the difference here tonight. Chance Brown puts up the contested shot. Rebound taken by Rocklin. And Rocklin pushes up the court, but the pass for Cherry falls out of bounds, so it is another Rocklin turnover, and we see some more subs coming in for Rocklin. That would be Justin Wahlberg and Brendan Biggers. A couple juniors. Ortiz brings it up. A little bit of confusion away from the ball, but Ortiz stops, takes the long 2, and it's good. Nick Ortiz with 8 points.
Nick Ortiz making a name for himself out there tonight. He wasn't really in there at the beginning, but ever since he's been in, he's been making a point of getting some baskets.
That's almost picked off by Gary Maneri. A long 3 on the way. No good, but a nice rebound taken by Nevada Union. Now they push up the floor down 20. Ortiz to Maneri. Maneri, long pass for Carter. Carter for 3. No good. Rebound taken by Brown. And Brown puts it up strong.
Nice putback there by Chance Brown.
Brown with 4 points tonight. Kyle Aguirre swings it around. Baseline drive kicked back out for Aguirre. Aguirre for 3, misses everything.
Clean rebound there by Maneri.
And now Ortiz thought about driving baseline, but kicks it back out for Maneri, who shoots a long 3. Rebound taken by Mendoza. No good. Rebound taken by Rocklin. Minute 45 left, and I think the referees are just going to swallow their whistles for the rest of this game. There's another 3 from the corner. No good. Offensive rebound by Rocklin, and the strip is now called for a foul. That'll be on Trevor Humphreys. I believe it's his 3rd. Once we get the call.
Looks like we got a foul called on White 14, so you're right, Steve, that would be Trevor Humphreys.
That's the 9th team foul for Nevada Union, so this will only be a 1-and-1. That is only Humphreys' 2nd foul, although this late foul trouble really doesn't mean too much. First free throw is no good, and a lane violation is called on Rocklin anyway, so it will stay Nevada Union ball. Ortiz quickly up court, and Ortiz with a quick 3. No good. Chance Brown with the rebound, and I believe this foul will be called on this also on Humphreys. Yeah, that is now his 3rd. And now it will be 2 free throws as both teams have 10 team fouls.
Number 24, Justin Wahlberg there at the line for the Rocklin Thunder.
And that shot looked like he has never seen a free throw before.
I was going to say, it's not like the normal Thunder we've been seeing tonight. think every time a free throw shot or a three goes up by the Thunder, all the Miner fans and players are clenching their teeth.
So this late in the game, there's certainly a lot to take away if you're Nevada Union. Not perfect basketball, but a nice late three by Humphreys, who is trying to make his name known for something other than fouls.
Right, I think Nevada Union could have used those shots way earlier in this game tonight. Long three.
A very long three. Well, the rebound comes to Nevada Union. Humphreys takes it himself, lays it in, but no good. Rebound taken by Rocklin.
50 seconds there on the shot clock.
Quick pass down low. And there's Johnny Lopez putting it in 4-2. Nevada Union quickly up court again. Nick Ortiz throws it down for Humphreys. No good, but the rebound taken by Cherry. It was about a half-second difference in the shot clock and game clock, so Rocklin slows it down.
Yep, we got 20 seconds there on the clock.
The ball's knocked out of bounds by Humphreys. Yeah, there really shouldn't be a shot clock on right now as the half-second differences.
Right.
For the game clock. But Rocklin looks like they're still trying to run some plays, and Giovanni Mendoza is going to be called for a pretty clear push-off. So with 11 seconds now the shot clock is off.
Right, these Rocklin Thunder subs, they're looking to run these plays and kind of show what they're made of with the time that they've got left. Which right now is 11 seconds, so here we go.
That's Brendan Biggers, who knocked down his first free throw. And also hits his second. So Mendoza to inbound. It looks like Ortiz will just cross half court and, well, I guess he is going to go for some points. Shot pulls up. No good. Rebound Rocklin, and that is the game. Final score. Rocklin Thunder 82, Nevada Union Miners 62.
Yeah,
you see the touchdown production scoreboard. That third quarter was really just the killer, as Nevada Union was really in this game up until halftime. Third quarter hits, all the momentum is gone, and the fourth quarter is just scrambling to keep up.
Yep, you know, that third quarter, like you said, Steve, that was really the turning point of this game. And Nevada Union just couldn't come back from it, and that's understandable. But, I mean, you know, you look at that third quarter and out-shooting the Miners by just 11 to 22. I mean, that's super significant, and that's where Rocklin took the lead, and they kept going, and they took it to the end. And you look at that score, that 62-82 score with a clear 20 points.
Yeah, just totaling up these statistics here, it just reinforces the idea that Rocklin's offense never slumped, and the Nevada Union defense went through some rocky times, and that was just the third quarter in a nutshell when you really think about it, because this game in every other aspect went about as expected, but it was that big third quarter slump that really did Nevada Union in. And just talk a little bit about these full game stats. Rocklin had more turnovers than Nevada Union. It was 16-12. Both teams ended up with 8 steals, so roughly equal on defense, and that's about what we expected. But the big difference in rebounds, Rocklin out-rebounding Nevada Union 31-20, which, again, sadly to be expected. The size and the depth of Rocklin, I mean, you really can't.
It's hard to put up a fight against that, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, when you have 3 about 6'6" players on the team, it's not like they're going to slump and come in 6'2".
Right.
You know, they're always going to be big players, and they're always going to be huge presences.
Right, and those guys play to their size also.
Absolutely. And then you look at the three-pointers. Nevada Union was 3 for 17, which is that's going to be a problem later this year. They need to find some consistency. I mean, we saw Ortiz and Gary Maneri and Toby Carter and especially Trevor Humphreys late in the game shooting those threes, trying to get the Miners back in. But we've also seen a lot of air balls, not necessarily like near misses or just bad rolls.
Right.
They have not been close, and that's a big problem they really need to work on. And to a lesser degree, the free throws, you know, down by 20. it's hard to say that 18 for 26 from the free throw line is why they lost.
Right. But I think, like you
it's-
said, a lot of those air balls weren't just on threes. They were also on a lot of jumper twos and things that were closer to the basket.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the consistency that they're still looking for, and it's so tough with an 11-player roster to get that kind of consistency going every night against very quality teams. And like I said, Rocklin is probably the best 1-4 team in the state, and for that reason they're 2-4 now, and Nevada Union sitting at 1-4. But it's certainly not because they're a bad team or because they're not trying hard enough. It's just a combination of consistency, lack of depth, and just not a lot of cohesion on offense, and a couple defensive breakdowns in there also. But against this Rocklin team, which just they didn't slump all night. Their offense did not slump, and Rocklin shot 13 for 28, which is just below 50% from the three-point line. But you take out maybe 5 of those from the bench players late in the game, trying to make a name for themselves, and 17 for 22 from the free throw line. So roughly even late in the game for free throws. But then you look at the scoring players. Vinny Safin with 26 points, Jeremy Folks with 14, Jake Toto with 13. Those are the top scorers for Rocklin. And for Nevada Union, it was David Maneri with 28, and then Nick Ortiz with 8, and Mario Edwards with 7.
Yep.
It's just hard to compete with those scoring numbers from Rocklin.
You're right, and there's such a big spread there between David Maneri and Mario Edwards and Nick Ortiz. It's got to be more spread out, I think, as far as the NU minor offense goes.
Yeah, I mean, Rocklin with 3 players with more than 10 points, and folks coming off the bench putting up 14.
Right.
That's just so crucial. That depth is something that Nevada Union is really going to miss, especially later in the season. Our executive producer tonight, Gilbert M. Dominguez. Camera operator, Sanyu Enos, Tony Rondini, and Paul Town. Excellent job as always. Announcers, Steve Sitter and Jen Maneri making her debut. Thank you for joining me tonight, Jen.
Of course. I'm glad I could be here.
Excellent night of basketball. Remote facilities, Commander 2. Commander Maintenance, Plaza Tire and Auto Service, and Reeby's Auto Parts. Player of the Game Award, Touchdown Productions and Stookie Engravers. And Touchdown Accounting, Cinto Graziano LLP. And that wraps up our basketball coverage tonight. Rocklin Thunder victorious 82-62 over the Nevada Union Miners. We'll be back here tomorrow when the Rocklin Lady Thunder take on the Nevada Union Lady Miners. Good shot of Sanyu Enos with Jeff Flynn up there in the crow's nest. We'll all be back here tomorrow. Be sure to order your DVDs today. Sales at touchdownproductions.com. So many ways to watch us every week. And we will see you here next week for the Lady Thunder taking on the Lady Miners. For Jen Maneri and the rest of us at Touchdown Productions, I'm Steve Sitter saying good night, and we'll see you next week.